the team at Redwerk is so phenomenal to work with. I have the best project manager in the world. I'm so unbelievably happy with our choice to outsource to Redwerk. They're just some of the smartest people that I've ever worked with. Hi, my name is Sam Leicht. I am the owner of Pridefit, which is an LGBTQIA+ fitness app. Our main goal at Pridefit is to make fitness accessible for everyone. And so the main tenet that we abide by as a company, all of our employees, is how can we serve our members better? How can we help people feel more confident walking into a gym, feel like they deserve to move their bodies and be healthy? I met Redwerk at a time when we were making so many changes in our tech stack that I didn't really understand. So one of my big requirements was just making sure that I was going to be working with a team who was going to be willing to slow down, hold my hand a little bit through this process, and teach me a little bit so that I can make sure that I am up to snuff in everything that we would eventually be creating within the app. I've just been so unbelievably impressed with Redwerk's ability to kind of run the gamut in terms of specialty. They have incredible coders, they have incredible project managers, and they have the ability to make this really seamless experience of creating an app. I'm not gonna lie, development is a big part of my day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is kind of the bread and butter of developing an app, and I think it's very telling that I'm excited to be working on development every single day. There's always something new to work on. And the only reason that's a really exciting thing is because the team at Redwerk is so phenomenal to work with. The collaboration process is just easy. I have the best project manager in the world who, in addition to being the smartest person in the room always, incredibly timely, unbelievably kind, is just fun to chat with. I mean, come on. That makes it so that my job is so exciting every day. To me, the baseline with any development partner is the ability to do the code. And what I think sets Redwerk above the rest is our ability to communicate effectively. Because that communication aspect can be the make or break in a relationship. Everyone who is doing this app development should be able to do the baseline coding. What may not always happen is the ability to have the conversations about what the expectations of the project are, have the conversations about cost, have the conversations about what is and is not working. And that has really been the best part of my experience with Redwerk. I think what I was most excited about with these new program features that Redwerk developed was that we were going to be able to work with so many new types of members. We want to make sure that we have workouts in the app that are appropriate for all skill levels, all goals, all identities. And when Redwerk and I develop a new feature, that just expands who we're able to work with. So the biggest life change is that when we developed our new bootcamp feature, we were able to allow for more Pridefit members to get their workouts in regularly, more Pridefit members to feel confident walking into the gym, more Pridefit members ultimately reaching their fitness goals. It's funny because it's all important. The data connection, the analytics, the ability for us to have a tech stack that seamlessly integrates, that is unbelievably important. And of course, the flashy things are the new features that Redwerk has developed in the app. And I can't really say that one or the other is more important. They both need to happen, and they've done such an amazing job of making those things happen. When we look at the new features, they've developed a new type of workout program, which has been unbelievably successful with our members. They've also allowed for us to have new onboarding flows and funnels that make it so much easier for us to get members integrated into the Pridefit community. I think members are always so excited for new features to be dropped. So We've had overwhelmingly positive feedback in any of our drops that we've done. And it's really exciting to get further feedback from members about what they want to see next. Because I know that that kind of development, that kind of coding is absolutely in the wheelhouse of what Redwerk does. And so I know that it's just the next step in the journey. One of my really good friends is an app developer, and he referred me to Redwerk. I had interviewed probably 30 different app development companies, and none of them felt like the right fit. And it wasn't until I had my interview with Redwerk that I thought, oh, I really think this is it. And what really sold me was the way that they work with clients. Even my initial meeting, the project manager who I was working with made such a positive impression. And not just because it felt like they were a really good person, but because their knowledge was so vast. Once I interviewed with them, I was immediately impressed with the project managers who I was going to be working with. I knew that they were unbelievably talented, not just with their ability to manage people, but also in their ability to understand code and help me learn a little bit more about tech throughout the process. And they've turned out to be so patient, so kind, and most importantly, so unbelievably brilliant. They're just some of the smartest people that I've ever worked with. I was absolutely nervous about outsourcing. I was nervous about the time change being really challenging to work together with my team. I was nervous about language barriers because that can end up being really costly when we're not able to communicate properly. And I've been proven wrong in both of those counts. I'm so unbelievably happy with our choice to outsource to Redwerk, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, all new businesses, there's a lot of uncertainty, and any business partner that can help alleviate just a little bit of uncertainty is a really phenomenal asset. And because Redwerk has so much experience in the app space, it felt really comforting to be able to collaborate with people who hopefully were able to bring that past experience to your business and lead you very gently in a direction that ended up being positive for you. I went to school for music theater. I took a lot of classes on singing and acting and dancing. And that means that one of the most invaluable assets to me are my collaborators. So finding Redwerk, finding a development company that had such immense experience in the app space, that was going to fill a lot of the different holes that I had in my experience. And I think that that has been the absolute thing that I've been the most impressed with, is Redwerk's ability to bring the experience that they've had with different apps in the past and make Pridefit the best app that it can possibly be. I think users are always so excited about new features. Even if it's a small quality of life change, people are always saying, I'm so grateful and I'm so excited for the change because we've been with you for 4 years and we've seen gradually, incrementally, how much better the app has gotten, and it really means a lot that you're putting in the effort to make it better. I am not a tech-forward person. I'm very focused on the fitness component of my business, which means that I need some kind of middle person to be able to connect me with what development is doing and what we are doing with our workouts. And project managers that can do that kind of collaboration, can do that kind of connection, it's so essential. I'm learning every day about what development is, but project managers who are patient, who are incredibly communicative, who are incredibly respectful, it has been such a pleasure working with the project managers at Redwerk.